Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Learn It Easy. In this video, we are going to learn about secondary memory in a very simple and easy way. Don't worry if you are a beginner, I'll explain everything with clear examples. Let's get started. What is secondary memory? Secondary memory is the permanent memory of a computer. It is used to store data like files, photos, videos, software, and documents for a long time. Even when the computer is switched off, the data in secondary memory is safe. For example, think of secondary memory like a cupboard at home. You keep things inside, and they stay there even when you leave the house. Now let us understand why we need secondary memory in a computer. First reason, RAM is temporary. RAM stores data only while the computer is on. When we switch off the computer, everything inside RAM is erased. For example, if you are typing notes and power suddenly goes off, unsaved work is lost. Second reason, RAM size is limited. RAM cannot store all our photos, videos, movies, apps, and files. It is small compared to how much data we use every day. Third reason, we need permanent storage. We want our data to stay safe even after shutting down the system. That is why we need secondary memory. There are different types of secondary memory. The main types are hard disk drive, HDD, solid-state drive, SSD, pen drive, and memory card. Now let's understand each one with simple examples. First, let us talk about hard disk drive, also called HDD. HDD is a traditional storage device used in computers. Inside an HDD, there are spinning disks, called platters, which store data. Because these disks rotate mechanically, HDD is slower compared to modern storage devices, but the advantage is, it can store a large amount of data at a low cost. For example, older laptops and desktop computers usually use HDDs to store movies, documents, photos, and software. So remember, HDD is cheap, has large capacity, but is slow. Now let us see solid-state drive, also called SSD. SSD is a modern storage device. Unlike HDD, SSD has no moving parts. It stores data using electronic chips. Because there are no spinning disks, SSD is much faster than HDD. Computers with SSD start faster, open apps quickly, and work smoothly. For example, when you turn on a laptop with SSD, it boots in a few seconds. The only disadvantage is, SSD is more expensive compared to HDD. But today, most new laptops use SSD because of its speed. Now let us compare HDD and SSD. HDD is slow but cheap, while SSD is fast but costly. HDD works using spinning disks, but SSD has no moving parts. HDD is older technology, while SSD is new technology. So remember this line: SSD gives better speed and durability, and HDD gives more storage at a lower price. That is why people choose based on their need. Next is pen drive. A pen drive is a portable storage device. It is small in size and easy to carry. We use pen drives to transfer data from one computer to another. For example, copying notes, assignments, photos, or videos. Pen drives store data permanently and do not need power to keep data safe. Now let us talk about memory card. Memory cards are commonly used in mobile phones, cameras, and tablets. They help increase storage space. For example, photos and videos taken on a phone are stored in memory cards. Memory cards are also a type of secondary memory because they store data permanently. Now let us see where each storage device is used. HDD is commonly used in desktop computers and old laptops. SSD is used in new laptops and modern PCs because it is fast. Pen drive is used for file transfer. For example, transferring files from one computer to another. Memory card is used in mobile phones and cameras to store photos and videos. All these devices come under secondary memory. If you're learning something new here, subscribing really helps this channel grow. Thank you for watching.